I have an old Hamilton Beach toaster that I really like, but it stopped working too, just like everything else it seems like lately. And the problem was that the handle wouldn't stay down, right? So you push the handle down and it stays down, and your toast stays in there and gets nice and toasty warm. But the handle wouldn't stay down. So I was thinking about opening it up, but then I remembered Homer Simpson.
This is gonna cost me.
So I put aside my fears of turning my toaster into a time machine and decided to go ahead and dive in. I figure the chances that you have the exact same toaster are pretty slim, so I'm not really going to go through step by step and show you everything I did to disassemble this toaster. Instead, what I'll do is just focus on what the problem was, because that might apply to your toaster. So with the sides off now, we really got down to it pretty quickly. So this mechanism that the handle is attached to is bent. And since that mechanism needs to slide on this post here, the more it gets bent, the harder it is for it to slide on the post. And then it's a cascading problem, because the harder it is to slide on the post, the harder you push on it and the more it bends. So my solution is just going to be to try and bend it back, but in order to get access to it, I need to cut off the handle. I just couldn't find another way to get it off, so I'm just going to cut it off, and I'll probably leave it off. So as long as we're in the innards here, I'll point out how the toaster actually works. Here you see an electromagnet. So when you push down on the handle for the toaster, this piece of steel here slides down with that mechanism and then gets grabbed by the electromagnet and holds the bread down. And then according to whatever light or dark setting you have on the toaster, it holds it in the down position for a certain amount of time and then releases it. So I bent things back into shape to get them as straight as possible. I ended up reassembling the toaster, not really liking it, took it back apart and bent it again. But it's been working now for a few weeks, so it just took a few passes. So again, another piece of how the toaster works. Again, when you slide that handle down, there's a wedge that drives these copper pieces apart and actually makes contact on the two sides. So when these contacts are made, then that's what supplies power to the coils that actually heat up the bread. And since I'm in the vicinity and since contacts like these quite often get a little bit of crud on them, corrosion and such, I just thought I'd spend a couple of minutes to take some sandpaper to them to clean them up. So again, I'm not going through the details of how each and every screw went into this thing. It's unlikely you'll have the same toaster. But I just thought it'd be worthwhile kind of showing what the problem was on this one. Okay, with a little final testing and tweaking, it all worked out pretty well. And as I said, it's been working for a few weeks, so I'm going to call this a success.